Apologize for being a little bit late. I was with the speaker, so I'm running a little late. But ooh,
That's what they want to bake.
that was really bright.
Warm us up.
Yeah, I still feel like it's. Oh, am I going to look at myself the whole time? Okay, everyone, welcome. This is exciting to see you all here. I'm very excited. Who's excited? I'm very excited. So welcome to the first meeting for the 2023 session of the Ways and Means Committee. We are just going to have an organizational meeting today to go over some brief things and to welcome all of you here, particularly our new members. So what I would like to do is just go around briefly, starting with our illustrious Vice Chair, Alonzo, and just tell us who you are, where you're from, and something interesting about yourself.
Good.
You press the button, you wait for it to stop blinking, and then you speak. And you can't all have them on at the same time. So when you're done speaking, turn it off.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everybody, and members of the committee. I'm not going to like this looking at myself one ear. It's terrible. But Delegate Alonzo Washington, I so happen to be the vice chair of this illustrious committee. I want to welcome all of our former members and all of our new members. You're going to love this committee and the subject matter. You're going to always have something to talk about when you go back home to your committees, to your communities, and your civic association meetings and municipal meetings. You're always going to have something to talk about and update them on. So this is a great, great, great committee. So congratulations on being with us. I am from Prince George's County, was born in Washington, D.C., but lived and grew up in Prince George's County. I live in Greenbelt now with my beautiful wife. And one thing that's interesting about me is that I just had my baby girl, my first child, on December 24th. And so she's a Christmas baby, and we're really excited. And her name is Zaina Ann Washington. So very excited. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Eric Ebersole. I am a delegate who represents now only Baltimore County. I used to claim Howard County as part of my bailiwick, but it's not anymore. That is hard to do. You're right. I don't like that at all. I just was like, who's that ugly guy? Why is he on the screen? The thing is, when I'm on Zoom, I only look at myself anyway. I don't look at everybody else, so I should be used to it by now, So I'm chair of the Early Childhood Subcommittee, and I'm a grandfather of 4 and parent of 3, but I got the grandkids are great, and they're coming along, having a great time with them. A little thing to know about me is that I play music in a rock band. There you go, done.
Nice.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. My name is Edith Patterson, Delegate Edith Patterson. I represent District 28, which is in Charles County, and I chair the subcommittee on racing and gaming. And I've been fortunate enough to have been on Ways and Means for 2 terms. This will be my 3rd term, which is going to be great. And I'm very interested in mentoring and helping new delegates and also old delegates if they need mentoring. I'm the chair of the Southern Maryland delegation, which is Charles, Calvert, and St. Mary's County. And in terms of what's interesting, I have a fur baby that is really my fur grandbaby. My grandchildren live in Alabama, and they say, Grandma Edith, can you keep Bodie for a little bit? And so he's been with me for a year. He's adorable. And most of all, I'm mom to a newly elected county commissioner, which is county council in Charles County. He didn't own me when it was during the primary, but he said, Mom, there were so many people who said, are you? He said, I just said, yes, I'm her son. So I look forward to having a chance to get to know more of you and to do the work of this great Ways and Means Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Jason Buckle. I represent Allegheny County here in the legislature. As some of you may know, I serve as the House Minority or Republican leader. I've been on this committee for 8 years. I think Delegate Ebersol and Delegate Washington was even here a little bit before, Delegate Patterson, Barnes, myself, Bob Long, and then, you know, the redheaded stepchild, Kevin Bailey Hornberger. We have all served on the committee probably for the longest who has been here. I don't know what to say. Like, interesting about you, I drew the short straw this year, and I have to actually live during session with Delegate Hornberger. So we are reunited, and it feels so good. We lived together many years ago here, and it was the best of times. It was the worst of times, and so we are reunited for this session. We have a very nice house, and so, you know, I'm sure that we'll see many of you drop by for a glass of wine or a wonderful fireside chat with Kevin Hornberger. That's my most interesting thing.
Maybe I need to remind our colleagues, this is actually being live streamed, I think.
I've got nothing to hide, Polakovich-Carr.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Julie Polakovich-Carr. I represent District 17, which is in central Montgomery County. I am also, in addition to serving on the Ways and Means Committee for the last 4 years, the relatively recently elected chair of the Montgomery County House delegation. Thank you. I would say one interesting thing about myself is that I'm really into riding my bicycle. And in fact, a few years ago, I finished riding all of the streets in Rockville, where I live, which is half of my district, and hope to do it in the other half of my district at some point in the future.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Delegate Kevin Hornberger, and I am the only resident of Cecil County in the General Assembly, which is pretty exciting. Yep. And have been for the last 8 years. It's been my pleasure to be on this committee through thick and thin, and we've done a lot of really impactful things in this committee, and I felt that everyone has always had a voice. I love the subject matter. I love the colleagues. This is just really the best committee far and away, and I appreciate the chair's leadership and the vice chair. It's been a lot of fun, so I'm glad to do another tour duty. And, you know, this year, as my colleague had alluded to, we are going to try to make things really work this time. We're going to put in that effort, you know, to live together. It's not easy living with somebody, you know, it isn't. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that and getting down to the work and maybe even some tax cuts. Yeah. Segue to the next member.
Am I on? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dana Jones. I want to welcome all of you to my district. I do represent Annapolis and a large portion of Anne Arundel County. I am so thrilled, especially after I begged, to remain on Ways and Means. I absolutely love the issue area, and I'm thrilled to be here with so many old friends and new. Let's see, interesting. I am a mom to a 12-year-old, a sixth grader, so if I'm at my desk, it could be working on legislation or maybe checking geography homework. So it really could be either at any point. So I'm so happy to be back, and thank you so very much.
Good afternoon. I am Melissa Wells, one of your new colleagues here on Ways and Means. Happy to be here. I was formerly on the Environment and Transportation Committee. We like to ask questions over there, so I will be getting used to asking fewer questions here, but I promise you I won't ask too many. I'm a delegate from the 40th District, which is in Baltimore. We're the heart of West Baltimore. And I guess something interesting about me, I am my hometown is a place called Rancho Cucamonga, which is a real place in California. and many of you might know it from the movie Next Friday, where that's where they moved to.
Hello, everyone. I think I might be the first new delegate here to speak, so please do not haze. My name's Chris Fair. I'm a delegate from District 3, which is basically Frederick City and some of the outlying areas around Frederick City. I'm super excited to be on Ways and Means, and I look forward to listening and hearing and understanding more and more every day as we go through this process. And something interesting about me is that I was, for years, directors of multiple festivals around Frederick, including the Frederick Festival of the Arts, which draws well over 20,000 people every year as a 3-day arts festival. And I'm the director of the Frederick Pride Festival, which is, I argue with Baltimore City, now the largest Pride Festival in Maryland, with over 30,000 attendees this past year that we had come out. And it's an amazing event. And if you're never doing anything, June 24th, 2023, out for fourth Saturday of June, come on out and join us.
Hi, I'm Delegate Bob Long. I'm from the 6th Legislative District, Eastern Baltimore County. If you come across a key bridge, when you pay your toll, that's where my district starts. We don't have no tolls in our district. It goes all the way over to Route 40, and we go all the way from Baltimore City all the way up to, well, past near Martin's Airport. It's a pleasure to be here again. Something interesting about me, I'm recently a grandfather, 15-month-old. And God knows what he's doing when he gives grandchildren to people my age, because I couldn't raise another child. I mean, this kid's got... I don't know if anybody got a chance to see him yesterday, but he is just cute as a button. They say he looks just like me. We're hoping he outgrows it. He's the apple of Pop-Pop's eye, and he's already got his first fishing pole and a tackle box. And Pop-Pop's going to spend a lot of time fishing with him. Thanks.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Delegate April Miller. I am from District 4, which is the rest of Frederick County. Frederick City sits in the middle, and that is Delegate Fair's district, and I am everything surrounding that. I am really excited to be on this committee. I am very, very honored. Education has been a passion of mine, childhood. I have 3 amazing, beautiful children who are now 18, 21, and 23. So I'm going to need a little help and support from you guys. The last week in May, I have one graduating with her MBA, one graduating from Hood, the other graduating from high school, going to leave me an empty nest. And then I have a wedding of the middle one, and she's moving to Japan to be with her new Navy husband. So I'm going to need a little emotional support after session if you guys think about it. So thank you, guys.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Bernice Merrick North, and in the last 7 days, I've been nominated, appointed, and sworn in to be the newest delegate for District 14 of Montgomery County. So quite a whirlwind, and I'm just so thrilled to be on this committee. I'm from District 14, which stretches from Colesville to most of eastern Montgomery County, all the way up to parts of Clarksburg and parts of Damascus. So it's a quite diverse, large district. I'm happy to serve it. A little bit about me. I am the mother of a 6-year-old. She came by yesterday, and been married for almost 13 years. I hope I got that right because it's live. And one unique thing about me, I've been told, I have a very unique laugh. So if you hear a particular laugh in the crowd that's unusual, it's probably coming from me. So.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I guess it's afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Brooke Grossman, delegate from District 2B, City of Hagerstown. I am mom to 3, stepmom to 2, and foster mom to 1. So I don't need support in April, I need support every day. But a unique thing about me, and it's probably more unique about her, but my oldest daughter, who just turned 16 in September, is graduating in May, a year early from high school. So I'm really excited about that, and certainly having a little mom guilt being here during what now turns out to be her senior year. So I really look forward to serving and learning from all of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joe Vogel, proud to represent Gaithersburg and Rockville, a newly elected delegate. I'm very honored and excited to serve on this committee, working on these important matters. I'm horrible at coming up with interesting facts on the fly, but I will say that I really enjoy playing soccer and tennis, so if there's any tennis players here, you're on.
Good afternoon. My name is Cha Wu from Howard County. I'm District 9A, representing Western Howard County, including Clarksville and Western Friendship, Woodstock, Woodbine, and Alex City, and part of Montgomery County, Damascus, and Clarksburg. So share some with you. Yes, and I'm a father of 2. I have an 8-year-old and 12-year-old, and I think it's kind of adorable age right now. So, and then I used to work on school board, last 4 years served on Howard County Board of Education, and by professional, I'm a data scientist doing some artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing side. That's all.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Delegate Wayne Hartman, representing the northern part of Worcester County and eastern Wycomico. So Ocean City is part of my district, so when you go down there, make sure you reach out. I guess what's the interesting thing? I became a grandfather instantly to 3 when my son got married in October. And then through Immaculate Conception, I guess, because in February I'll have my first baby H grandchild coming. So in February I'll be wearing a pink tie, and you guys will all know that there's a Hartman grandchild. So excited about what's coming. So, and happy to be back here. Thank you. All right. My name is Delegate Mike Griffith. I represent Hartford and Cecil counties. I grew up in Aberdeen. I had a chance a year ago to follow my vice chair and judiciary to her chairmanship here, and she was gracious enough to let me join her here, and thank you for that. I appreciate it. I have 4 kids. You saw 2 of them yesterday. We had to usher them out a little bit early because my one little boy was a little overstimulated, but it was good to have him here. And my interesting fact, it's a little embarrassing, but I am approaching having been to 100 Dave Matthews shows. So that's my interesting fact. So.
How's everyone? I'm Delegate Nick Charles. I represent Legislative District 25. Andrews Air Force Base is within my district, so Air Force One flies out of my district each time they leave. I am also the chair of the Prince George's County House Delegation and the vice chair of the House Democratic Caucus. And two interesting fact about me is I was an Air Force veteran, and I have 2 young children who you'll see on Monday. All right.
Hello, everyone. I'm Delegate Dahlia Attar. I represent Baltimore City District 41. This is my 3rd year on Ways and Means, and this is my 2nd term in the House of Delegates. I'm not very interesting because I have a day job that keeps me busy as a prosecutor in the city, and then I have 2 kids, a 9 and 10-year-old, that take up every other second. So that's really my life, here, there, and work. I love Ways and Means.
Hello, I am Delegate Jessica Feldmark. This is my 5th year returning to Ways and Means, and very happy to be back and excited to be the new chair of the Local Revenues Subcommittee. Had some local revenues, has some serious fans. So I am also the recently former teammate of our dear Delegate Ebersol, and we're keeping it amicable though, even though we're no longer teammates. Yes. But so an interesting, maybe not so interesting, but you all should know, I do have a deep appreciation for puns. I do not often impose that on others because I know not everyone shares my love. But if we have any other secret pun fans, go ahead, let me know. Thanks.
I've been waiting for this day for quite some time. So I'm going to prepare my written remarks. Summer breeze. For those that don't know what that is, you will soon get to know. I am Delegate Darrell Barnes representing Prince George's County. I am excited to be here once again with my colleagues. I have been in the legislature now for 8 years, so being on this committee has been a joy and a pleasure to work with all of you. I am the Chair Emeritus of the Legislative Black Caucus. I am happy to report that there was an election today, and my good friend to my right is now the official chair of the Legislative Black Caucus. They always tell me we're about to do big things on purpose. But I think those that are new, I think that you will enjoy this committee if you embrace it. I think the subject matter is vast, but I think the people on this committee make it what it is. We do not always agree, but at the end of the day, we are doing the people's work, and the people's work are always satisfied with the results that we do because we come together in a collective fashion. And I think at the end of the day, the fun fact is that I want to carry on the legacy of my good friend Jay Walker. And Jason Buckle will help me because we're going to talk to Madam Chair and make sure that we're able to put the grill back outside. And make sure that we're able to do hamburgers and hot dogs from time to time. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Delegate Janelle Wilkins. I represent District 20, which is the Silver Spring, Tacoma Park, and White Oak areas in Montgomery County. I am the chair of the Legislative Black Caucus of Maryland. Yay. And this is my 7th year on the Ways and Means Committee. I have really enjoyed serving on Ways and Means, and I'm really excited about the new members that we're welcoming in. I have been the chair of election law of that subcommittee for the last couple of years, and if the chair will have me again, I hope to continue in that role. My fun fact is that I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. I'm an island girl. Yes.
So thank you, everyone. I will round it out because I didn't do my little spiel. So I represent District 13 in Howard County. Whoop, whoop, Howard County, the best county. And I was born and raised there. It's about half the county. I spent 7 years, so this is my 3rd term, on the Judiciary Committee. 7 wonderful years. You hear a lot about that committee, but it is an amazing committee. Last session, I had the honor of being appointed chair of this committee, so as you've heard, there are people here who've been here a lot longer than me. And so my leadership style is really, we are a team. I do not lead from, I know everything. My door is always open to every member of this committee. If you do not have my cell number, I'm not going to say it on the live stream, but I will give you my cell phone number so you can message me at any time. And I will share, for me, it's exciting to see so many people with children and grandchildren, because when I came in 2015, I had just had my youngest daughter, who is now 8. Then 3 or 4 weeks later, I came here. I have a middle son who is 9, and my oldest is 11. They were here yesterday, and they didn't kill each other, thank goodness. And no one really had young kids, like no one. So I think it's fantastic, and kind of like Delegate Jones, if you see me on my phone, I'm doing logistics for where they need to be. And so with that, thank you everyone for introducing yourselves. And now I would like to introduce our staff because, well, let me back up. I thought Delegate Griffith was gonna say his fun fact is that he has a picture where he's dressed like MC Hammer that he is gonna share with everybody. I think that's more fun fact than what you said. And mom guilt was mentioned. I have shed a couple tears for missing, little school activities and the like. So if you have some mom guilt, feel free to come by my office and just let it out, because I totally understand. But we are here, and it's great that our kids can see us do what we do, because what we do is so important. So this committee has some amazing, amazing, amazing staff who has been incredibly supportive of me since I came on, and they are the backbone of this committee. So I'm going to introduce them, but I'm going to ask them to just say a little bit about what they do so that you all know, if for those of you who are new. And I'm going to start with our analyst, that means attorney for the committee. And Stan Ward is sick, Stan the man. So he is not here, but you will meet him in short order. And because Mr. Alistair Johnson is sitting to my left, I will introduce Alistair, and you can go ahead and tell everyone a little bit about what you do.
Hello, my name is Alistair Johnston. I'm the education analyst, which means I staff the education and early childhood subcommittees for the committee. A fun fact about me, I once accidentally flooded the offices of a place I work and got away with it totally.
It wasn't this office. It wasn't this office. We were just flooded. It wasn't this office. Okay, that was somewhere else. Okay, next, George Butler.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon. My name is George Butler. I staff the Revenues Subcommittee as well as the Racing and Gaming Subcommittee. Just finished 10 years with the department, starting on my 11th, and previously worked with the Judiciary Committee as well as a analyst for that committee. Just very happy to be here. I've thoroughly enjoyed my work with the committee the past 3 years. Looking forward to the fourth.
Now, the real backbone of this entire committee, I would like to introduce the Chief of Staff for this committee, who keeps the wheels rolling, Sarah Hartman. Okay.
I know. Oh, hello. My name is Sarah Hartman. Delegate Hartman wishes we were cousins, but we are not related. So I basically manage the function of the committee and its process. I assist the chair and the analyst with shepherding bills through Ways and Means, through our process. I make sure the chair is prepared with all materials she needs on the House floor for our Ways and Means committee reports. I manage her schedule for all committee matters. For committee matters, Liz does her district scheduling. And so if you need a meeting with the chair, please come to me and I will help you with that. I also now have some experience in office floods, so if you need any tips, let me know. And then, did you want me to? They would prefer. Okay. So, and then we have Haley Lee is here. She's awesome. She's our committee secretary as of last November. And so she has the prettiest voice here too. She has a nice, lovely British accent. She manages the hearing schedule, like adding all of our briefings, bill hearings, and meetings for the committee through our CIS system. She manages our voting packets, so you will get those by email from her. And she handles submitting committee votes. and so many other things. She does. She is one of the true backbones of this committee for sure. And then we have our two clerks. We have Ramya Ravi. Let's stand up. Yay, Ramya. And Omar Diallo. He's at the helm over there. So they are here just for the legislative session. They're wonderful and very excited about being here. I love that. So their main job is to manage the AV system in here for all of our meetings. They help with voting sessions, and they do many other things behind the scenes. There is a lot of behind the scenes in committee that they all handle for us. So thank you.
Thank you. So next I will introduce Liz Twig, who is for me, how you all have a chief of staff, she is my chief of staff. So Liz, and she's been with me since my days in judiciary.
Yes. Hi, everyone. This is going to be my 5th session working for Vanessa. So I do everything that's not committee related for Vanessa, everything for her district. So you won't have to interact with me as much as you will have to with Sarah, which is probably a good thing. I can't think of a good fun fact about me. I like all kinds of music, everything from opera music to Biggie Smalls. So come talk to me if you have any good recommendations.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to take the opportunity to introduce my legislative aide, Samuel L. Jackson. No, actually, Sam. His name is Sam Jackson. He's been with me for 3 years now. Come on down, Sam. Wait, I feel like I didn't do that. Please give Sam a round of applause.
This is very impromptu and unexpected, but thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Sam Jackson. I've been with Delegate Washington, Vice Chair Washington, for a little over 3 years now, all on the Ways and Means Committee. This is our 3rd year as well as Vice Chair, so I'm really excited to be here. Proud resident of Prince George's County as well. Fun fact about me, also on the spot, Alistair and I make up the NBA caucus of Ways and Means, so if you ever want to talk hoops, come on back and we'll do it. So thank you so much.
Can you click that off? Delegate Ebersol.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We won't make them all come up and talk, but I think there's some people sitting out in the gallery who are actually our staffers who have come down to sit. And if you just like to stand up, and we know who you are out there, maybe it's just, no, there's good. Okay. Thank you all very much for being here.
Okay, I would also like to introduce someone who is new to Ways and Means, but who is very important to us, and that is Trooper Rachel, who, here she is. And she will be taking care of us this session. So moving right along to the business, each of you have on your desktops a kind of introduction organizational meeting packet that Sarah put together. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. As you can see, it's pretty detailed. I suggest you read through it so you can see how the committee runs its procedures and how we do things, but I will hit some highlights. Number 1 is please be on time. All committees start at 1 o'clock for the new folks. That's pretty consistent until we get to crossover or sine die. Committees will start at 1 o'clock, and I would like to start right on time. Today I was late because I was with the speaker, so that's a good excuse. But other than that, we're starting on time. We're always on the floor at 10, and then do whatever you need to do and be here at 1. We have a kitchen. Feel free to use the kitchen. You can exit out these back doors during long hearings and go in the committee room and use the hearings. What's new this year is you have to use your key card. So have your key card to get out these doors so people will notice when you're coming in and out because it'll beep. But feel free to go in and use your key card. Some of you have already turned in. Sarah also gave everyone a form to fill out in terms of what kind of snacks that you like. We will be collecting a certain amount of money from you and a certain amount of funds from staff. And then Sarah and Liz, I believe, are going to go and collect the type of snacks that we like to eat during session. And we will keep those back in the kitchen. You're welcome to the snacks. You're welcome to whatever you put back there. Don't take anyone else's, salad that they bought from Panera. Okay? That won't go over so well. There's also unless you filled it out already, on your desk, a contact form. That is really, really important to fill out today, and please turn it in to Sarah. There will be times where things get really hectic. We will email you on your house email and your personal email to make sure you get it. There might be times where you get text messages because you need to be somewhere. So please make sure we have every means necessary to contact you before you leave here today. And if you have turned it in already, I appreciate that. Something new this year, so this is for new members and returning members. If you need something from your staff, please don't have the staff come in from the doors from the public. Please have them go into the committee room and give whatever you need or have requested to the receptionist, and then the committee staff will get it out to you. We just don't want people coming back here and having Trooper Rachel and whoever else trying to figure out who's just walking back here. So it's fine if you need things, but just have them go into the committee room, and then the staff will get that for you. Something else that's not written in here, but this is just a little pet peeve of mine that I've seen happen over the years. Please do not eat at your desk. We are all professionals, so we're not going to open up our lunch at the desk. Feel free. Sometimes we might be here for a long time. Happy to have you have a little snack if you're eating chips or peanuts or something, but don't pull out your sub and your dipping sauces and everything at your desk, okay? It's fine if you want to go eat, but take that into the kitchen. So there are other protocols there. Any questions about that quick overview? Okay, so committee schedule. I already mentioned 1 p.m. We're going to be starting on time for our hearings. We will be starting on Tuesday with briefings. We're going to be starting off, I think we have maybe 5 or 6, and they're the typical briefings that this committee does have. We will have one joint one with Ways and Means. That will be via Zoom because the joint briefing room is demolished. So we will be on Zoom for that, and that has to deal with the blueprint. With appropriations, I'm sorry. And so, but we have Department of Revenues, Board of Elections, the Comptroller, and some other standard ones that we do, and they're all listed on the webpage. So make sure you have those on your schedule. Subcommittees. We already noted Delegate Patterson is the subcommittee chair for gaming. Delegate Ebersol didn't mention, he is the subcommittee chair for early childhood. The vice chair is the subcommittee chair for education. The Black Caucus chair is the subcommittee chair for election law. Delegate Barnes, our grill master, is the subcommittee chair for revenues, and Delegate Feldmark is the subcommittee chair for local revenues. So they will schedule their meetings, and once we determine what subcommittees everyone is on, and you will know next week, they will schedule their meetings beginning on Wednesdays and move throughout the week. And that is because I will be meeting with them on Tuesdays. And then they will meet with their subcommittees the remainder of the week. And we'll get more into detail when we meet with them, but it is up to their staff, not the Ways and Means staff, to run the subcommittees. The Zooms, because you'll be meeting by Zoom, and contacting whoever needs to be at those subcommittees. So if you have questions, they go directly to your subcommittee chair. It's important to listen on the House floor for the times of meetings, for committees and for subcommittees. You heard the speaker mention it today, I think because she wants us to start getting used to what we're doing, but the subcommittee chairs will stand up and say when they're having meetings as well. And when we get closer to crossover or sine die, things are going to be moving fast. You might have to go to a subcommittee meeting and then 5 minutes later go to another subcommittee meeting and then go to a voting session, and it will be a lot. So just make sure you're paying attention to all the contacts that you gave us, your emails, and listening on the floor. Because a lot of times we are scheduling those while we're on the floor. So just make sure you pay attention to that. Any questions about that? We're not going to be doing really much on Fridays or anything. I'm going to try to schedule voting sessions on Thursdays. You have to be here to vote. If you can't be here, please let me know, but you have to be present to vote. And in this committee, we are not passing. So if I call on you to vote and you say pass, this has happened in another committee I was on, so I'm just letting everybody know, you can't pass. Your name gets called, you got to vote. I see there might be a question. You have a question?
Yes.
Okay, Vice Chair.
Madam Chair, just for clarification, you said that we have to have subcommittee meetings virtually. So does that also mean that we don't meet in person for subcommittee meetings, or is it just all virtual?
Subcommittee meetings are all virtual. Voting is in person in this room. Okay. Any questions about voting? Delegate Hornberger.
Just to put a finer point on that, voting in subcommittee is allowed via Zoom? Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Delegate Barnes.
Committee meetings can't be in person, or is mandated that it has to be done by virtual?
They will be all virtual. The only committee that is having them in person is appropriations. Everything else, everyone else is virtual.
Oh, that's the thing across all.
Yeah. Any other questions about that? Okay. Testimony. So you're probably going to have a lot of, folks contacting you about how to submit testimony, how to sign up. I suggest that you look online. There are very detailed protocols about how to do that. Everyone has to have a valid email address, not a phone number, but a valid email address to sign up to testify and to submit testimony. We're going to be hybrid, which I think you've heard, which our new clerks are going to be Ramya and Omar helping us through that. So we need to allow some grace because that's new for them, it's new for the committee, and it's new for the General Assembly. So we will have people testifying in person. And what we're saying is we are back in person. We are here. So we are encouraging people to testify in person. If you cannot be in person, then we do have a Zoom option for you. This committee will be hearing individuals who have come in person first because they have come down here to testify. And then we will move to folks who have signed up virtually. We will be able to see the virtual folks on these lovely screens right here in front of you. And so I have not been trained on it, so don't ask me any questions about it. Yes. Per bill. Oh, yes. So it's per bill. We'll hear the in-person testimony on a bill, and then hear those that are on Zoom, conclude that, and then do the same for every other bill. So thank you, Sarah, for that clarification. But if you've signed up to testify in person, we're not going to switch you to virtual if you call, and vice versa. We're not going to switch you to in person if you signed up virtually, just because it's too much to try to change and ask the staff to do at the last minute. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other issues, and we do not want to make it too hard for them. And we talked about oral testimony, sign up, and written testimony. It's open for 7 hours, 2 calendar days before the scheduled hearing. The sign up window opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 3 p.m., not including weekends. So if you didn't follow that, there's an example in your packet. And it's also, I suggest if anybody asks you, I suggest your staff use what is online. I know all the committees have come together. This hasn't happened in the past, but everyone has the same protocols in terms of signing up. So use what is posted online. This committee is going with 2 minutes to testify. So witnesses will have 2 minutes. There will be a timer on the screen, and then if someone is testifying virtually, there's a timer built into the Zoom. And then if they go past that, I will ask them to please wrap up very politely. If we have a lot of witnesses, I'm exaggerating, but say we have a bill that has 100 witnesses, if you were on another committee, that would not be an exaggeration. But if that does happen, then I have the discretion to change it to, let's say, 1 minute per witness, which I think you all would appreciate. We are not allowing PowerPoint presentations or presentations via Zoom. We don't know what somebody might try to pop up on the Zoom, and so no PowerPoints allowed. We just had that asked a couple times last session. If someone comes up to you and asks, that is the policy of the Ways and Means Committee. That includes delegates too. No PowerPoints for anyone. And we are initially allowing discretion on the time limit for delegates to testify, members and senators. We are hoping that folks won't go 5 to 10 minutes, and then we might have to revisit that if they do. Any questions on that? Okay, moving on. Subcommittees, we already talked about subcommittees a little bit. Next week, you'll hear more about what subcommittees that you want to be on. There is a form on your desk. Please rank what subcommittees, I think it's the top 3. Or no, it says just rank them. So rank first, second, third, fourth choice, and turn that into Sarah today. Amendments, this is new this session. Hard copies are no longer being delivered to the committees. Once the amendment is approved, it will be emailed to the committee, the Ways and Means Committee's email address, and then it will be distributed to everybody on the committee. So no need to ask for the amendments, just monitor or have your staff monitor your email, and don't ask the analysts for the amendments because they'll just say, check your email. Full committee voting packets. Committee members will receive full committee voting packets prior to a voting session via their email, to your house email. If you would like it sent somewhere else, please let Haley know. I'll say let Sarah know. And we will send it to that email address as well. We are not going to be printing things out for you. If you would like it printed out, please print it out yourself. That also goes to testimony that's submitted or any documents that are submitted. It's loaded. New folks will learn or have learned this, that your floor, what do you call it? Floor system, as soon as it gets uploaded into the system, it goes right to you and you can access it. If you wanted it printed out, please don't ask our staff here at the Ways and Means Committee, please ask your staff and they will print that out for you. But it's fantastic actually, because when I first was elected, we would have stacks of paper, literally this high of testimony, but it is all on your floor system. Please remember, voting sessions are live streamed. Please remember voting sessions are live streamed. And please remember voting sessions are live streamed. Floor reports for the floor leaders. You used to receive a folder. We're not doing that anymore. It will be emailed to you. We are trying to save trees if you don't see the trend here. So floor reports will be sent to you, floor leaders, which are generally subcommittee chairs or anyone that they might appoint, and they will let you know if you're appointed to lead something on the floor. That will be emailed to you the afternoon or the evening before you have to stand up on the floor. And again, if you want it sent to another email address other than your house email address, please let Sarah know so that we can take care of that. Any questions about anything? One thing, okay, well, since I apparently did an amazing job, I will say, we have a great staff, but you all have your own staff. So if you have questions about something, start with your staff. If you have something in particular that you have a question about related to this committee, then please, you can reach out to Sarah. Otherwise, the staff here works for the committee. And not for each one of you individually. So, any questions? Okay, no questions. Well, thank you. That concludes our first meeting, and we will meet again next week on Tuesday for a briefing at 1 o'clock. Thanks.